I'm liking this new girl introduced. Nanami, I love her character. Really cool character. I mean, she's erasing people's memories, altering people's memories, all sorts of stuff like that. But at the same time, we really get to see in-depth with her character this episode. We see that even though she's technically working for the lab and she's trying to take out and kill all the other witches that are currently gone rogue with Murakami this episode, she still has a heart. We can clearly tell in this episode she's a caring person. She's a caring girl, and at the same time, it looks like she does not want to kill nobody. And if anyone can remember her in their memories without her altering their memories, I don't think she wants to kill them. Because as we can clearly see in this episode, she is very alone. She's alone by herself, and she wants to have a friend or friendship with someone. And so I feel like most likely we're going to see something happen next episode with Nanami most likely becoming friends with the entire group. But I feel like there's going to be a tragedy on the entire lines of this entire episode. I mean, okay, right now we have a big group of witches staying with Murakami right now, but at the same time, Nanami has a beacon on the back of her neck, okay? So the only thing I can see right here that can happen most likely is either Kazumi removes the beacon on the back of her neck, or at the same time, I'm guessing Nanami died. That's the only thing I can see happening from this point onward with Nanami, so hopefully we don't get to see a tragic ending with her, because she's a really cool character. Now, honestly, I love the comedy in this episode. There was some fan service, and at the same time, it's just, wow, it's messed up how she had to literally show off her body just to get money. I'm like, oh my god, that's just, it's not right at all. That wasn't right, but at the same time, she has been alone all her life, and I'm guessing that's the only person she knows, so technically, I guess she would do anything to get money, or at least have one normal day to herself without using her powers to erase people's memories. And so I feel like Nanami, this episode, was mainly focused on her, developing her, getting to see more about her, and I wonder exactly what role she'll play later on in this series of Brynhildr, because, I mean, she must have a vital role, because the entire lab and experiments of the organization is using her power to erase people's memories and alter everybody in the government and all that to follow them. So right now, most likely if the lab loses Nanami, it's going to be a major, loss for them. So I don't think they're willing to kill off Nanami instantly, or they're probably trying to use her the best they can until they kill her off. So that's all I can see from here. Now, we get to see something very interesting, and I've neglected to talk about quite a few times that's been brought up. We get to see that Murakami has photographic memory. Now, it's proven in this episode that Murakami's photographic memory is more than it's led on to believe. We see that when Nanami tries to erase his memories completely to where he's like a baby, it doesn't work on him. It literally does not work on him, and he actually remembers everything. So most likely something is going on here with Murakami. We don't know exactly why he can remember everything. I mean, yes, it's called photographic memory, okay. But I mean, why is the witch's powers like Nanami not working on Murakami? What exactly is wrong with him? Has he been experimented on in the past that we don't know about? Is he some form of alien inside of him? I have no clue. We don't technically know how the witches get their powers. We know they've been experimented on. They have the harness on the back of their neck, and most likely it has something to do with aliens, but we don't know the exact terms of how they get their powers. So most likely Murakami might have a form of power, just like all the other witches. So that could be the entire thing right there, and most likely what's the mystery behind Murakami and why he has photographic memory. But I feel like this episode, it wasn't as intense and action-wise as you would usually see in Brynhildr. For instance, there wasn't gore and violence. Mainly, this episode was character development, and I am fine with that. I'm really fine with that. This episode set up many things that is to come, because from here and this point onward of this episode, it can go multiple ways. It can go multiple ways with however Nanami takes us. I mean, as we can clearly see at the end, Nanami is becoming a friend. But, I mean, this can still go bad rather quickly, depending on how it goes. I mean, at the end of this episode, we see the dude that Nanami changed to brainwash his memories, all that, the dude with sunglasses, I don't know his name, but right at the beginning of this episode, well, pretty much we see him open up a file, and I'm guessing that file, if I'm correct, probably has all the experiments he's been a part of that he's done against Nanami, and probably has some grotesque images in it, and he's like, holy god. So most likely, what is going to happen in that entire scene, either he's going to remember everything that Nanami changed, or he's going to go take it to the police or something, and it's in turn going to get him killed, and at the same time, it's going to get Nanami killed. Actually, no, I see exactly where this can go. Pretty much, the dude will call the agency that he's been, keeping tabs on, the organization, but at the same time, he's keeping tabs on a castle. Most likely, he'll call them, and at the same time, it'll probably cause Nanami to get killed because they'll realize, wait, she altered his memories. There you go. That's exactly what I think is going on. So, either way, I feel like this episode was good. If you have yet to watch it yet, go watch it because it was a great episode. And just, overall, loving this series. This series is freaking awesome. I love Brynhildr in the Darkness because it's definitely giving me those good vibes like of Elvenlied. Just hopefully, like I've always said and constantly in these reviews, hopefully it doesn't end like Elvenlied because I just, oof. Yeah, you know how I feel about that ending. So anyways, everybody, tell me your thoughts on this episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? What's your favorite moments about it? What did you feel about the awesome development of the characters in Nanami? Let me know in the comments below. I love you all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.